I'm Eddie Garcia, co-host of the Puck Podcast. It's your Puck Podcast Hockey Minute, definitely longer than a minute. Your daily recap of the night in the NHL. Also, we're going to preview a busy night in the NHL as well. But we start with Wednesday night, where we had just two games on the schedule. The Rangers get a much-needed win over the struggling Sabres in Buffalo, 3-2. Defenseman Adam Fox scored his first goal of the season to go along with two assists for the Rangers. It was just the third win in the last 11 games for New York. Meanwhile, Buffalo's Tage Thompson scored his 16th of the year in defeat, but the Sabres have lost 8 in a row. And the Senators down the Ducks 5-1. Drake Batherson had 3 goals for the hat trick plus an assist in the win for Ottawa. We have a very busy night in the NHL with 11 games, including some nice matchups. We'll start with the 5 games that get underway at 7 Eastern time, including my game of the night. That's in New Jersey, where the LA Kings put their 6-game winning streak on the line against the Devils, who could pass idle Washington and move into first place in the Metropolitan Division with a win. Maple Leafs host the Ducks. Toronto enters the night 2 points back of Florida for first in the Atlantic Division. You got the Penguins at the Canadiens and the Flyers hosting the Red Wings. 7:30 Eastern, 1 game as the Blackhawks are at the Islanders. 8 Eastern, 3 games. Predators are at the Stars. Nashville looking to snap that ugly 8-game losing skid. Another contender for game of the night, the Golden Knights are at the Jets in a battle of two of the top teams in the West. Vegas leads the Pacific Division, while Winnipeg enters the night tied with Minnesota for the top spot in the Central. The Blues host the Sharks. 8:30 Eastern, the Oilers are at the Wild. Edmonton's Leon Draisaitl comes into the night leading the NHL in goals with 20. 9 Eastern time, it's the Avalanche hosting the Utah Hockey Club, while the Lightning are at the Flames. And finally, 2 games at 10 Eastern. You've got the Canucks hosting the division leading and defending champion Panthers on top in the Atlantic Division coming into the night, and the Bruins are at the Kraken. I'm Eddie Garcia. If you like this, we have a recap and preview of the night in the NHL every weekday. Just subscribe to our YouTube channel and check out our podcast recapping the past week in the NHL every Monday morning, which you can find on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and wherever you get your podcasts. Just search Puck Podcast.